Hey, what's up? So, I'm going to give you an update as to what's going on with the startup. So, we're starting to get pretty busy, even busier than we have been. We did a pivot because of COVID to do a more COVID related product. That pivot happened about 3 weeks ago. Um, so, Well, actually, I guess we're coming up on week 6 when the official decision was made, and then we ordered supplies in order to build the prototype, our product's prototype, and it was very nice. I flew in on Saturday. I came back from California. I flew in on Saturday, and on Sunday we were already building the prototype. Um, all the supplies had come in. All the supplies had come in over the prior week, and then as I showed up, the last thing came in on Friday, and it came in on Saturday, and we started on Sunday. So that was really nice. So we're moving swiftly. We have something that works pretty well, considering that we're at week 2. In terms of fundraising, we just launched a WeFunder today, um, which took about a week and a half, 2 weeks to pull that together. Yeah, about 2 weeks. And then we are applying for a grant, and essentially I'm pitching a investor slash potential partner, distribution partner. So I have to put together a kind of like a pitch for her, um, write up a grant. We're going to try to write it up this week, like in these next 3 to 4 days, maybe 4 days. It's 10 pages, so it's quite a lot to do. We also have a bunch to kind of overhaul the WeFunder, even though it's done, and I was very happy with it. The marketing team, had all these suggestions of things that I need to change, and I'm like, oh man, I don't really want to do that. I mean, it was just enough of a hassle just to get it done the first time. So, but anyway, that's done. So, oh, and plus I'm trying to do taxes at the same time, the company taxes. And then there's about 5 really important business related documents that I'm trying to write up. And I only have like another 4 or 5 days to get that taken care of. So it's quite busy, it's quite hectic, but I mean, that's what it is. So with too many things to do and not enough time, you have to really streamline and pick and choose, prioritize, obviously prioritize, but pick and choose um, what really needs to be done, and then just narrow it down to one line item at a time, and then try to whittle that list down. So it's like I have these little circles. I call them on my dry erase board. This is how I plan things out, and it works really well. There's that saying, you got so many balls up in the air. Well, one day I started drawing like balls, like circles, up on the top of, across on the top of the dry erase board. I was like, okay, well, these are the balls up in the balls up in the air, and then I label what each ball that it is, because these things are floating around in my mind, and even though I have a to-do list, I always feel scattered. But this technique really helps me reduce that stress level. So I write down, like for instance, I have, the documents, I have taxes, I have WeFunder, I have grant, and I have this pitch. So that's 5 things. That's 5 balls up in the air. And then sometimes, I have my personal board where I'll write, other life things, personal things, goals, and whatever life, personal related balls up in the air. Right now, I'm keeping that very streamlined because I just have majority of my time is focusing on this startup. So anyway, I write the balls, I label all the balls across with those 5 categories, and then and I'll split them. Put dividing lines in between each, and then I'll go down underneath each ball and I'll put down the corresponding to-do items to go with that, and to break down the task into, more chunkable pieces. Like, for instance, for the investor, I need to do a budget. And she wants a budget, a Gantt chart, milestones. She wants me to identify these pieces of equipment and the cost, like the link for the equipment, and then an exec summary. So those are 4 pretty big things, or pretty chunky items. But I put them down that way, and then I'm like, okay, well, really all I have to do is do a Gantt chart, because I was having reservations about doing this, even though it's ridiculously important. It's just, oh my God, I don't know how I'm going to do this. So I went ahead, and so when I broke it down, oh, well, all I have to do is write a Gantt chart. Oh, I can do that. And then sat down, and an hour later I had a pretty good Gantt chart. And then I said, oh, all I have to do is a budget. Well, I have a budget over here. Maybe I can just take that and parlay and then tweak it up a little bit. So I just moved the budget over. And then, so now I'm down to 2 more items, the executive summary and finding these pieces of equipment. Neither one of those tasks are relatively difficult. I can pull the exec summary from other documents that I've written, but I want to clean it up because she wants certain things in and certain things out. So it's a matter of cleaning up. So I can put a rough draft together probably in about 15 minutes, and then spend the next 45 minutes or so cleaning it up, putting the Gantt chart in, putting the budget in, things like this. So that's essentially what I'm working on. So that's my method. Then it just makes it easier. And then with each ball, I will write down each of the individual to-do items, and then I can see everything at one time. And I never you can write it in a notebook, and you have to flip to the page or whatever. But if it's on the wall, like anytime you walk by, it's like it's visible, and it's like you don't have to worry about it being in your head because it's on the wall. It's on the wall, so you're always seeing it. It clears up your head a little bit, or at least mine. So that's my technique for how to make, a real useful kind of to-do list, or yeah. So anyway, that's my method, and that's what's going on in the startup, and I will give another update soon. Thanks, bye.